GOOLIGAN is what researchers are calling the virus that's been infecting more than 1 million Google accounts. Mobile devices running on Android operating systems are being targeted by hackers, with the majority of accounts located in Asia. Joining us now to discuss this is Brett Molina, reporter at USA Today. Brett, what kind of infection is this and how is it happening?
Well, the most common occurrence of this is users who are going through third-party app stores. What a lot of users on Android might do is a process called rooting your phone, and essentially what that does is it unlocks the operating system and it allows you to download apps from outside sources. One of the big issues with this, though, is it leaves you more susceptible to malware and other viruses, and that's what's happening here is people are downloading third-party apps not knowing that they're downloading this malware. And it's interesting, what this malware is doing basically is it's downloading other apps. Essentially what the creators have done here is created a system where they're trying to up the rankings on their apps, and so they're using this malware to users unknowingly download these apps and then boost the rankings on them.
And what are the hackers doing with the information they steal from these Google accounts? Is it money they're after? What's the hacker strategy?
Really, I mean, the big thing is they have a series of apps that they're promoting through Google Play, and they're trying to inflate those ratings, and that leads to more ad dollars. That they get a lot of the money for advertising. The higher the ranking, the more money you're going to make, and that's really what it's about. That's the most interesting thing about this, is because this malware does leave your information open and out there, but so far Google has said that there has been no proof that any of this information has been used. But it is out there and open. But what's very interesting is that so far the real focus has been just downloading these other apps and inflating the rankings on them.
So that's actually interesting, because when we think about hackers generally, they're trying to steal your information to maybe do identity theft or do something really malicious with it. But if you're saying the main goal is simply to inflate download statistics on the App Store, that seems mild in a way, right? That's not what we normally think of as what hackers are trying to do.
In a way it is, but it's still, your information is out there and vulnerable, and this malware allows hackers to access this kind of information. So that's still an important part of this, and even though so far they're not using your information, it's hard to say what they might plan down the road, and it's possible that this information does get out there and they do use it for other reasons, as we're normally used to seeing.
Right, that's a good point. We don't know what they're going to do with it. So how does somebody know if they've got a breach on their phone?
Well, I think in the case of this app, the big thing is, just keep an eye on your phone for any mysterious apps that just pop up. And if you notice something that you definitely didn't download that's there, do what you need to do to get rid of it. The most important thing you can do is keep your phone updated with the latest security patches. A lot of people look forward to operating system updates for new features, but there are also a lot of patches that, patch holes in security. And what Google found out is a lot of older phones running older versions of Android were impacted here, and those phones that had the latest patches were fine. So it's important to always keep your phone up to date and prevent this kind of stuff.
But isn't the whole point of having an Android App Store or an Apple App Store, isn't the point that they're looking at what's in this code and they're trying to protect people from getting malicious apps? Is that the point, or is that what people assume it is, or maybe there's a misunderstanding there?
Yeah, well, I think the key thing, and this malware is spread mostly through Asia because most of the users there are using third-party app stores. In the case of the US, a lot of people just rely on Apple's App Store and the Google Play Store. But you'll find that a lot of people will reach out to these third-party app stores because they can add features that they normally couldn't otherwise. But I think the key thing for users is, as long as they're sticking with the official sources of apps and information, they're fine and they shouldn't have to worry. And I think that's the big thing here, is it is tempting to want to add these new features to your phone by going through a third party, but you don't really want to risk your information for that.
That's a good point. Of course, it's important for users everywhere to know, just stick with the official places. If you start going beyond the official app stores, you're likely to get in trouble. Brett Molina, thank you for joining us here. And everyone else, thanks for watching. I'm Eric Chummy. Have a great day.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.